I'm absolutely freezing. I can't keep, I need to shut that. We're working with the energetic sage, which is annoying because if this is heavy, I've smudged loads today and I'll do it after. I can't eat, that window's freezing. So hang on. I've got my leggings on anyway. Ugh, that is just like bitterly cold. Right, let's crank. The problem is though, I'm probably not gonna get up and then it'll get too hot, but whatever. Whatever. Right. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. I can't remember the cards that I pulled. I can't remember what I said. I can't remember. It was something like that. So, but this won't be wrong because they've guided me to call it that. So, someone wants to return the love they held back from you before it's too late. This is for Gemini in the third house. You don't need to be a Gemini anything. We've all got Gemini somewhere. We've all got a third house. You could have Gemini in the third house. For example, my Gemini is in the eighth house. So that's why I go a bit spicy in in a Gemini moon, unless I'm in the painful transmuting energy part, which a lot of the time I can be, but actually more so than not, it's like, yeah. Or I just like to be a wee bit more into my shell. But I'm feeling spicy, so I put on some red. I just really wanted to wear this because it's like I don't know, it's like I'm going somewhere tomorrow and then like I don't know actually, I'm sure actually she'll I've no text. She'll text me while I'm doing this to either say it's still on or to reschedule. And it suits me if it's rescheduling because the tree's still up. But I'm going to the plan is I'm going to take the tree down while I'm wait a minute. I need to check that. There's no reason why people can't hear me. It suits me if it's rescheduled. Yeah. I can take the tree down after I finish this watching Love Island whilst I eat my tea. It's all about the multitasking. But or I can be like, let's go out, or I'll come to you. And or she might have forgot, you know what I mean? That's not like her though. But you know when it's like you say it and then it does come around quite quickly. And also the song that's going around in my head is Heartbroken Without Your Love. I don't know what to say. I never felt this way. That's a tune from a very long time ago. Also, the Pussycat Dolls, When I Grow Up. When I grow up, blah, 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 I can't remember the rest of the lyrics. But so I feel somebody has grown up. There's a card in that deck that says that. I feel somebody's grown up. They've matured. And they're hoping that you're going to be able to see that conflict piece that came out earlier. I didn't even know I'd picked that up. And, hoping to resolve some kind of conflict that you've had. Yeah, I think whatever I pulled earlier it wasn't an indecision. Oh, look, it's the same cards. Oh, fuck, that's going to get really annoying. I'll leave it on though. I put the code on, I put the notifications on for my emails because I needed to know when parcels were coming and blah, 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 blah. Right, okay. These used to be 2 hours, and I've noticed the last couple have been about an hour and a half, and that's like more than long enough. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is about the same. They will never compare to you. Oh God, this is what I mean. These are the ones I pick up on in this energy. So this to me is that, and this is what I did say, right? I was hoping one was going to be a bit lighter, but for some, I do feel it is like either someone is still in a karmic situation, but has a lot of love for you, or in the past they were in one and now they want to return and tell the truth and blah 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 and all that shit. So that would fit with earlier actually. You're worth more than a let on. So again, it would make sense. Someone can't actually let on that they like you because they're in another situation. I want to apologize. I need your forgiveness. This does fit with earlier. And I've been manifesting you, and I pulled that out earlier too. So wait a minute. I'm sure there will be a much more like juicier one than that. But anything else before we get going with this more? I want to treat you the way you deserve. Yeah, I would say that does fit with this. Someone wants to return the love they held back from you before it's too late. You deserve better than them. You deserve you deserve better than the version that I gave you of myself, because I gave you nothing. Or I gave you very little, but I feel it as I gave you nothing. I gave you poker face. I gave you don't matter. Brutal, but like I said, I am going to be delivering in that way because that is the energy that they want me to, because that's what I'm in when I'm in this energy. So, right. If you've never seen me do this before, like I said, it doesn't need to be for Gemini placements, although it really doesn't matter because I've stopped putting the sign. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing that, but I'm investigating that just now in my own way. But it's like, yeah, but I will put in the playlist for Gemini if I remember. Sometimes I forget, but and then I'll remember like a week later. But yeah, this can make sense to anyone. And also it's past, present, future. So just because you're on the twin flame journey, it doesn't mean that this is going to be yours. I don't know who's going to resonate with it. I'm just here to deliver the message. I sincerely hope it's got nothing to do with the very brutal, dark one I done earlier, but probably is. Like if you maybe that was the shadowy side of it, and now we get the lighter side of it. That's what I said earlier, but that would be nice for me doing this if that was the case, but I'll just do my job. So, and also if you resonate with the majority of this, even any bits of it, and you'd like to book a session, then these are the um these are the deets for that. Oh, that's the one from earlier. Where's the one now? It is. And then membership link as well. Right. So the first link is the general booking link. If you're brand new, or even if you've watched for years and you've never done a Zoom, I've got a session that's titled in literally every info bit and comments of every video. And it says something like, first Zoom, blah, 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 blah. Hello, Paul. How are you doing? You were on the other day, aren't you? My name's Claire, not Crystal, but just so that you're aware. And yeah, basically make sure you pick that one. You know what I mean? And also that is intended to be like a big long twin flame chat about your twin flame story. It's a big massive energy clearing. Um I'm not much of a clock watcher anyway when I do sessions, right? But in that one I really am, and I really enjoy them. I keep them purposely that 144 price, which is my old pricing. Don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to maintain that, not great for a business. I can see that objectively if I was looking at someone else. But I'll change it when I'm guided, basically. So I just keep stressing to people, if you want to take advantage of that, I would. Also, my prices are going up in general. I don't think it's on everything, but it's on quite a lot of things. I'm going to be putting like I said, um, a slight increase on things. So again, if you want to get them at the price you are just now, wise. I've got payment plans all the time. If I know you a bit better, totally happy to do that. If I don't know you at all, unlikely I'm going to offer that. But I would be willing to to have a wee chat with you and just suss you out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're sussing me out, I need to suss you out. If I don't know who you are, it's wise. But yeah, there's a way. There's a way. So snow still go away. Wow, yes, absolutely. What part of the world are you in, Paul? Um, USA. Oh look, you answered me before I asked. USA, we got 18 to 20. What? What part of America are you in? 18 to 26 foot of snow. Where are you? So I take it you basically can't get out of the house. You're trapped. God, that's great. I don't like so. I like rain and I like being cold when I've got my hat and my cozy coat and all that jazz, but it's just horrible. Do you know what I mean? It's just like miserable. It's nice for a wee, oh, like we're just out for a little bit, get a wee picture, right? Let's get back. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it. Right. So excuses. So basically, wait a minute. Have I done everything else? Wait a minute, let's do the other bit. We've not really, we've just had threatenings of snow. We've had sleet. We've not had like a proper, well, where I live anyway, like the snow like landing and staying. But I think it's coming. That's what was annoying about. Like, I'm definitely, I wasn't too sure if I was going to get away, but I now like 100% I definitely am. It's just about when I'm going, which I won't obviously be telling on here because it's not wise when you've got, you know, haters and stalkers, and I'm not going to exactly tell people, oh yeah, I'm going away now, or I'm going to, but I am going to go away at some point. And but it's just traveling, to down south and stuff when the weather that's all a bit kind of like God. But you can book things really last minute. And oh, Mary Magdalene's on the floor. I thought she was in the deck. That's significant because I'm wearing the red. And then when I done a message in the membership, it was lovely. I pulled out Mary Magdalene and Jesus, and I accidentally picked up the Mary Magdalene Jesus card from another deck. So that energy was coming through very strongly. Mother, father, healing is what the cards say. And but healing your own masculine, feminine. So it feels like union energy. I can't talk. I'm like, my words are going funny. But right, let's set something on this. God, I'm actually quite tired now. I think it's because I basically hardly had any sleep. It's when I do these, right? My energy is just so wired. I don't even know if that's the right term, but like, and actually that makes sense because yesterday I was like really like I did actually watch that back while I was watching Love Island and stuff, and it was like actually I've not finished all of it, but I've watched. I probably won't watch the rest, but I've watched most of it, and it's like, do you know what I mean? It was just very high energy, so it's like today I'm more, you know, more in the deep feels of the yeah. But it is what it is, guys. Right, okay, so let's get into this. So, if you're the feminine or the masculine's feminine side, you have so many reasons that it never works out. Find the reasons it can work. So, this is interesting. If you're the feminine, male or female, in the past, I feel your own fear led you to be like, oh, yeah, I really fancy them, but it's never going to be anything serious. So, or it wouldn't work because of this, or it wouldn't work because of that, or blah, 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 blah. Like, I feel it was your fear in the past led you to do that. But then also it works that way where like the masculine done that too because they mirrored you, because that's what happens if you're true twin flames. But it could also be as well, the masculine could be doing this now. You have so many reasons why it never works out. Find the reasons it can work. And I'm only saying the masculine because the feminine, get your freak on is on right now. So that's the sexual energy that comes in because the Gemini energy is a mighty house. But so that was the feminine in the past and the masculine's feminine side, if this is yours. And what have we got? Is that Crimea River? No, Like I Love You, Justin Timberlake. I can't remember how that goes. Oh, This happened before. Oh my God, isn't it? If that's the one about if I was your boyfriend or if you were my girlfriend, I'd treat you right. No, I'm gonna have to Google it. The subtitles aren't coming up. Like I love you. Like I love you. There's something about you, way I'm looking at you, whatever, keep looking at me, getting scared, right? Don't feel me, baby. It's just in, it's just all right, okay, whatever. Kind of noticed something wasn't right from your colour. It's kind of weird to me since you're so fine. If it's up to me, you'll face with you. If you smile and that was it, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I remember all that bit. Where's what am I thinking? Ain't no ain't nobody love you like I love you. You're a good girl and that's you're a good girl and that's what makes me trust you. um some people are so phony, nosy because they're lonely. Aren't you sick of the same thing? They say so was they say they're dating, love you or they're hating when it doesn't matter anyway, because we're here tonight. Yeah. So that's totally different from what I was feeling it was, but that's kind of feeling like to me now, fuck everyone else. Does anyone else get that vibe? That's what I'm getting from that song. And also Gemini, the shadow of Gemini's gossip. Um yeah, yeah, you know I can make you happy. I could, oh, that's like that card. I could make you happy. I could change your life. If you give me the chance to be your man, I won't let you down, baby. If you give me that chance to be your man, here, baby, put my jacket on and then maybe we'll fly the night away. I just want to love you, baby. Sorry, I can't say that normally. Grab a friend, see I can have fun with two. Excuse me. Grab a friend, see I can have fun with two. This is taking a different turn. Point to her and say, wow, it's the same. I don't know what this song's doing now. It's talking about, I just want to love you, baby. I want to treat you right and all this shit. I thought it was the one, I thought it was the one that was like, if you were my girlfriend, or if I was your boyfriend, I could never remember. So, whatever. Right, where's the masculine at? In the past, what was the deal? Getting crumbs. Oh, this comes out all the time. It's quite sad. So whether you're male or female, holy shit, that actually came out for a recent Klein one as well. You deserve more than crumbs of affection. Wait for the one who adores you, getting crumbs. It's all fitting. They will never compare to you. You deserve better than right. So they will never compare to you. That is the karmic energy. Whether this person's still with a karmic energy or they've settled for people in the past and they're not with them now. The masculine, male or female, and I know this because of my client sessions as well that this fits. You ran away from the one you really wanted because it was scary and it triggered you. And also, sometimes people just have such low self esteem, confidence. They talk themselves into it, like that card excuses, like, oh, they're going to, as soon as they find out what I'm really like, they're going to bin me off anyway. So, throat chakra. So, I'm going to beat them to it. You know, I'm going to get rid of them before they get rid of me. And like I said, in some cases, with the way I said that, like they don't even go anywhere near, you didn't get into a relationship because that's how big the fear was. But I'd say the bigger the fear, the bigger the love, the emotion, as like I love you is ending. But yeah, so I feel the masculine in the past, you tended to go after now Crimea River's coming on. You tended to go after, and also 2003 significant. So those are my twin flames like myself that you've been on the journey that long. Also, that song's about cheating. So the masculine, at some point, whoever's resonated with this has settled for crumbs, and whoever it is they've settled with has cheated on them because that whole video was about him giving a big fuck you. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. Because it's meant to be to Brittany, actually. But also getting crumbs, it's like in the past, the masculine gave you crumbs or breadcrumbed you. breadcrumbing in the sense of now that is very complex because breadcrumbing is not obviously it's not a great thing to do, but that different with the twin flame journey, but it's different but the same, you know. I mean, it's what I mean is it's like when it's like a karmic toxic relationship, that's where people get twin flames and all that and karmic partners mixed up and stuff. Like to me, breadcrumbing and love bombing would be, you know, karmic relationships or even friendships, family, you know, anyone can do this really. Where it's like someone will be really hot, you know, flowers, chocolates, you know, I'm going to take you on dates, I'm going to take you on fancy holidays, blah, 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 blah. And then they could go like really cold on you, fuck off for months or 6 months or something. And then they come back again, oh, you're amazing. You see how that can happen with friends too? Oh, you're amazing. You're like my best friend. And, you know, I used to fall for all that shit in the past too, honestly. It's like, it's embarrassing actually when I think back. But we grow and we learn and we see through it. And also, I believe a lot of the time it's not a conscious thing of the people that do that to people as well. Like, and I bet you some of you have done that. It's like yeah, it's not conscious. It's not always. It's like, you know, it's some people have to look back at their action and be like, all right, shit, yeah, you know what I mean? Like giving your attention to people that don't deserve it and ignoring the people that actually are there for you, taking them for granted. You can do it in love, you can do it in friendship, you can definitely do it with family. But the important thing is, if you're the person that has been settling for less than what you deserve in any area of your life, you're the only one that could change that. And you have to be like, no, actually, I'm not putting up with this. Definitely if it's cheating, because it's at the bit where it's the cheating right now. So it feels very much like through fear of getting into something serious with a twin flame, people have ran in the arms of karmic energies and gotten even more hurt, which I think the mentality of what I'm tapping into here is it wouldn't matter because that won't hurt me. But actually, it's just all a big clusterfuck of bullshit. You know what I mean? And it's just I'll get you before you get me. It's already 5 of swords, 5 of what? It's just it's exhausting. I just like I said, karmic relationships aren't always love. It can be friends and family. And when I've been in karmic anything in any point in my life, I just when I even think about it, it's all just exhausting to me. Like, and it is because I'm older now too. But it's like it's nothing to do with age because there's people well older than me are still all dealing with all this shit. I just can't be bothered with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just want people that love me, that support me, that actually are genuine around me, whoever they are. And whether that's my clients, whether that's my friends, family, blah, 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 definitely love, you know, that's what I want. And, you know, that's what I am to people. And, you know, let's not all waste each other's time, to be honest. But you've always got to keep one eye open, as you know, I would say as a Scorpio rising. But yeah, but to get back to the breadcrumbing thing, you know, I mean, you can look this all up yourself, but some people genuinely don't get what all this is about. To me, like a twin flame doesn't tend to do that really, because twin flames are so scared they will ghost you and be away for years on end. You know, just within, you know, with what I've seen over the years, they won't be coming back like every 6 months and stuff like that. I know there is some cases with some of you where you do feel it is your twin flame. I don't know for definite if we've not had a personal session. And even with the personal session, sometimes it's still a bit of a mystery. It's a mystery for you to work out, and I'm going to support you with it. But when I'm itching my nose, that's love, one, and spirit. But twin flames can breadcrumb too. They can, because it's like it would be like if you know, oh God, it's been a couple of years, and I do like they are my end goal, or they are the person that I want to grow in to be with, whatever the way you see it. I'm just gonna you know, I'm just gonna let them know. So whether that would be like something popping up on social media, or if you've got, you know, whatever, like some kind of something to let you know, indirect, to let you know I'm still around. Or it can be more obvious things like calling you or texting you or something, or oh, I just bumped it. You know, I don't know. It can be loads of different things for different people, but there's lots of different ways where somebody can keep you hanging on, giving you hope or false hope. And it would be false hope if nothing then actually comes of it. And then, but if somebody does that, like leaves, like, you know, whether it's like 2 years, even if 5 years, you know, whatever, a few years, because it's like it's if you definitely if you're the twin flames, because you would think, oh God, maybe they're coming. And then that's not fair, it's cruel, really. But I don't believe if you're true twin flames that that would be the intention of the person, but that is how it would definitely feel on the receiving end of it. Confused.com. The advert for confused.com just came on. But again, it would all be down to somebody's stuff, you know, inner child wounds and stuff. As we've got feeling unloved. This also came up in a personal recently. So you deserve, like, this is on the masculine side. You deserve someone who can support you emotionally and love you fully. So yeah, because this has come up in some client sessions recently, that makes sense that that's come up in client stuff and it's coming up in the collective. When the masculine has settled for breadcrumbs, whatever it is you've settled into, whenever this was, whether it's you're in it now or you're leaving it or it was years ago, you ended up bored because both these people, I don't know what the deal is, but they've both fallen asleep, or she's looking bored sitting up and he's fallen asleep on the couch. That could be very peaceful in some circumstances when you're with the right person. But this says feeling unloved. So that is not people that have having a wee nap beside each other that feel loved and supported. It's feeling like someone's not there for you in your time of need. And again, keeping this anonymous, but I know, like, if some of you that, you know, do live stuff with me, or well, obviously not many people have done the unlisted because I don't get many of them, but you know, so it's mostly going to be live, but you know, you'll know what everyone it is. You'll be able to recognize, oh my God, this is the same cards or the same words because I'm just passing the message. But it's kind of like, that's so weird, right? Side note, it just said, welcome back, Charlie. And I'm just realizing that that guy that was chucked out was called Charlie of Love Island. That would be quite interesting, wouldn't it, if they put him back in? I'm calling that now if that happens, because that would put a spanner in the works, because she kicked her own partner out. And then that would fit with this, actually. Someone's coming back that took you for granted. That just really popped out at me because it said, welcome home, Charlie. And I said, I watched it, that was quite funny in the one earlier. I watched it back when I was getting ready, and it was like, I don't know, I said something like goodbye, Charlie, or something. Hello, Stola, welcome. I'm not actually doing personal questions now. I'm doing the collective one. But if you're around on Monday, I do free cards on a Leo moon, and it's a Leo full moon Sunday, Monday. So I'll be doing that there. And I'm good, thanks. How are you? Where are you from? Are you new? But yeah, so like I said, the masculine that's connecting with this, you're either still in a karmic relationship where you feel unloved, you feel unsupported, you might even feel like this person isn't faithful to you, or that their attention is being pulled elsewhere. This could have been past, this could be current, this could be future. I'd like to think, Graham, and I want to change this. It's all Rock Your Body's just going, it's all Justin Timberlake. But I'd like to think we're picking up, I think we're more, this is a past energy. We're picking up on someone's come out of this, even if they're coming out at like round about now or recently. But it's like, or this is because of the someone wants to return the love they held back from you in the past before it's too late. But I mean, there is always a chance that like this could be some people that's like, you know, want to communicate that it's like, look, I love you, but this is my situation. And I don't know what the rest of that is. Do you know what I mean? But like, we'll just see what it is. Right. So, okay, thank you. You're welcome. I'm from South Africa. I'm good. Good. Right. Well, yeah, come back on Monday and I'll again, I sometimes do it like at the end of these, but I don't know. I think it's very cold here, and I've shut the window and I've put the heater. I think I just want to get on with this. So, but yeah, definitely come back on Monday, and I'll be doing that. Right. So, what have we got for the present energy? I didn't identify. I don't know if we really need to do that. You can tell from what I've already said. Actually, where are those cards? Put them there just to remind me. Actually, this is to identify. If you're the feminine, this is what you're going through right now. High Priest, personal empowerment. Yeah. So you're in your personal empowerment. You are at the stage, you're divine feminine, male or female. You're at the stage where you're like, I'm always going to love my divine masculine unconditionally, but I am personally empowered. I have done the soul retrieval with Claire, or I've done the soul retrieval somewhere. You know, I am securely attached. And again, remember I say all the time, you could have absolutely went from being, you know, like other attachment styles, and then you've went to get therapy, you've got healing, you've done a mixture of things, and you're now securely attached. Although we can always have wee wobbles, and you know, it really just depends how much work you've done on yourself. But I feel you are in your personal empowerment, and you could also, because of that, you are like a high priestess, empowering your high priest, or transgenders, and all the words, whatever. There's nothing wrong with my throat, but Gemini's the first house, communication, and that keeps happening. Right, so because I thought it was because the window was open because it was cold, but now it's like, what's the deal now? Right, so there's the masculine at. Funny if it's the same card, or Dark Knight of the Soul would maybe make sense. But if it's, I said, where are you at now? So, oh, that makes sense of what I just said. Someone's, so again, I need to home in on a part of the true story, which can be many people's. Um, and I've just pulled awareness, crystal clear vision. So I'm going to home in on the part of the story, whether this is what you're living out now, or whether this is your future, or you know, all that kind of jazz. So just bear in mind, you could be watching this and you're like, I haven't got to this bit yet. Well, you know, that's what's happening, or it's not yours. But this masculine currently, what they're saying to me is, I can crystal clearly see. I am aware of what I couldn't see. My third eye's open. Shit, you not. People in the membership, if you've watched it, or you know, there was only one person there, but that's exactly what I just said to two people when I was doing their cards. Is you see the truth for what it is. Your third eye's open. You can't gaslight yourself. And it was interesting. There's a couple of people have got similar placements, and it was like almost identical messages for those people. So, yeah, the masculine can crystal clearly see something that they couldn't see before. And again, I would stress it's because the feminine, you're fully empowered. You've done the healing, the soul retrieval in yourself. This has helped this masculine come to life and be able to see what they couldn't see. Combined energy. And there's not a lack of heat going on in this connection, which might be why I was like, oh, I'm going to wear some red today. Look, clearing karma, Kundalini activation. The masculine has been in the masculine, male and female. You've been in soulmate karmic connections. You've had karmic things going with family, karmic things going with karmic friends, obviously with the one today. Work things. It really can be in any area of life. You've had addictions. You've had blah, 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 blah. I could go on and on and on. And again, like I said, I'm going to stress again, I had an amazing synchronicity where I had a live session with someone. And, you know, when it's new sessions, I don't know the person, right? And some people, I've had quite a few people, like all the last year that happened with quite a few of you, and people just joined the membership right away too. But I had a few people that just found me and they booked a session. So I don't know them from Adam. Adam might be a significant name. I don't always say that. But the point of this one is it was amazing. The correlation between the person finding the channel around Christmas and me doing not just one, but 2 week fasts, a whole week where I didn't eat, right? And that is because I do that because when I fast and pray at the same time. And it's something that I'm called to do with my guides, with God. It's a lot to do my North Node and Gemini in the eighth house. It's like, you know, it's me sacrificing something for my healing energy for the collective, and specifically the twin flames, and particularly people that are dealing with addictions and stuff, because that's eighth house stuff. But it's also, yeah, it's everything. It's also the deliverance part, but also I do benefit too because I lost a stone both times I've done it. But it doesn't mean I'm 2 stone lighter, unfortunately, because you know, it's all water weight and everything. And if you don't, I didn't maintain it the first time, really. I mean, I always break a fast sensibly. But because it was Christmas and stuff, like, yeah, I didn't pile it back on or anything. I just went back to say, wait, and then I done it again, and then anyway. So anyway, the point is, it benefits my health, clarity, because you do it for the mental clarity and everything as well. And I just want to stress, fucking common sense, but not wise to just, oh, I'm going to do a week fast or I'm going to do a 3-day fast. If you've never done any type of fasting before, you're interested in it, I would advise you sort of do your homework, your research on it, and you can ask me in sessions and stuff as well. But start off with like a juice fast or a like a cleansing fast where you're only having fruit and veg or something. That's what I've done like 15 years ago or something. And then like juicing or and then it really just depends. Work your way up, To me, I don't really count it as proper fasting if it's not past like 17 hours because you're not going into autophagy or whatever the hell is. But I can never say a word. I know it is. So 20 hours does nothing for me. 24 hours does nothing for me either. Can do that easily. Yeah, like I said, 48 hours and 3 days do nothing for me either. But I'm still going to do it because I'll get the clarity. But so that's why it was like I'd gotten to that point where it's like, yeah, a week. But I'm not going to do that all the time. I would probably only do that like a few times throughout the year. Because I really want to do another one. I'm feeling called to, but I just because I've done two so close together. Anyway, so again, with me going into all of this, somebody could be into the fashion, but the point is, oh yeah, to get back to it, yeah, it was amazing that person had she didn't know. It was a bit like what Connor said last night. He's like, I'm happy for no reason. I don't even know why. That person had said something similar. She was like, 1 minute I was dealing with this, and the next minute I just wasn't, and it doesn't make any sense. And I was like, wait a minute, when did you? And then we worked out. It was like right as she found and started following. It's like, she's felt, and that's what I mean about it. It's soul family. Like she has felt me praying for the people that are open to my prayers that are part of the soul family to be set free of karmic connections, karmic habits, karmic addictions, whatever it is for each people. And it's always going to be stuff that's hidden and secret and that. It's not going to be, it's just going to be you, the person. If you're the man or woman that's like, oh my God, yeah. So I'm just sharing for if anyone else is like, wait a minute, I watch Claire all the time, or I watch her now and again, and and that's what I mean. That's why it's a sacrifice because I don't, it's what am I getting out of it really? I'm not getting a lot of it either when I'm putting back on the weight, but it's like, but I just know the effort and it's what I'm guided to do. But like I said, I do get something out of it when because I felt better. Like I just feel great, and I've had loads of people actually say to me that yeah, look, wow, clearing core wounds. So there, I'll finish what I was saying. I've had loads of people say to me, like, you look glowing. Like, what have you done? What's different? And when some clear energy blocks, that's what I was doing. Doing that for myself, doing that for others, activating your higher chakras. It's like let your light shine. It's giving Leo full moon. People can tell, your energy is real. The electric cards, creative expression. That's what Gemini is. That's what Gemini is. Third house, speak your truth. It shows. When you sort out your energy, when you increase your frequency, people notice higher conscious awareness and you do glow because it's glowing. That's what a few people had said to me, you're glowing. And I was like, that's interesting. People keep saying that. Okay, so that was just to identify. So what is a potential karmic thing that is, oh yeah, that's what I was going to go into. If you are still in a karmic relationship or you have just come out of one, it all serves a purpose. I'm sure there's been happy times. I'm sure there's been sad times. I'm sure there's been angry times, whatever. There's been a wave of different emotions, but you've learned what you need to learn. And then the cycle closes out and you're meant to move on. There's a card that says that, like when the contract is over, it's over. It's funny if it comes out. But where it gets painful is if you stay beyond when you're meant to. But again, I even feel that's even part of it too, because you learn. And maybe that's why I titled it, someone wants to return the love they held back to you before it's too late. Because it's like if you keep putting it off, and putting it off. That's why I always say divine timing isn't sit on your arse and wait for something to happen to you. You've got to do something about it. It gets to that point. Clear negative energy. So feminine energy, look at what I just said about I fast to clear the negative energy from others, but from myself as well. And clear negative energy. Negative energy keeps you stuck. Clear it and create space for positive flow of life. That's what you're guided to do in the current present energy feminine if you're not doing it already. Even the synchron and masculine feminine side, even the fact that I was like, oh, I don't want to shut the window because it's too cold. I want to burn the sage. but it's like, you know, I can do it after, but it's quite interesting. Like masculine. Oh, oh my God, this is weird. So it's the one I like that comes out a lot, but I'm saying this is weird because I have clocked at least two, but there might be more, two cards that I pulled in someone's session recently. Rewire the way you love. When pain becomes a pattern in love, it's time to relearn connection. Begin again differently. Oh, I feel like I want that. Right, look. Let's see. That feels like that's quite a different one. But yeah, so it's got a broken heart on the wall, like a picture. Remember, I was singing Heartbroken because it did come on when I was in the membership. When pain becomes a pattern in love, it's time to relearn the connection, begin again differently. I do that so fast. I'm like, yeah. So somebody, the masculine, wants to begin again differently. Oh my God, that is so fitting with the title. The masculine wants to begin again differently if it's not too late. Accept imperfection. Perfection doesn't exist. Embrace your flaws and those of others. You're key to the growth. And again, that is sad. Like this masculine group of people felt like they had to be perfect. So maybe they've had pressure growing up or people around them or just done it to themselves. It's like, oh my God, if they see the parts of me that aren't perfect, they're not going to like me. Newsflash, we all have that. Yeah. Perfection doesn't exist. Let it go. That's the lesson that this person has learned. So well done, person, if that is you. All the people that have learned that lesson. This is getting really annoying. I put the notifications on my emails and now I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna silence that. I just want to look out for my friend. Right. I just want to look out for my friend. That could be part of this. I would hope we all do. But by the one earlier, clearly not everyone is like that. That's why you got to look out for your fucking self as well. Right. So the bit I keep forgetting to do right is so we've done the past, we've done the present, right? What's going on subconsciously? Oh, that's so interesting. Toxicity. Toxic relationships can drain your energy and self-worth. Be aware. But it came out reverse. Subconsciously, the divine feminine. I feel in the past. Now, I feel you've worked through this, but if this is yours, remember it can't be everyone's. I feel you had a subconscious block that at some points during the journey you either genuinely weren't aware of it or you were in denial or something like that until you weren't. But I feel you had a subconscious block to this connection and love in general because of seeing toxic things around you. Like, so either it's going to be growing up, or it's going to be in the world, it's going to be with friendships, it's going to be a different thing for different, or it's from you were in a toxic relationship before, you know, that was like, oh my God, I don't ever want to be something like that ever again. But either way, it's like because it's in the subconscious, like that was whirling around, stopping you from attracting a healthy relationship. So you either just stayed single to be like, oh God, if I'm single, then nobody can hurt me, or if I don't invest in this deeper, you know, nobody can get close to hurt me and all that kind of stuff. But because it came out reverse, I feel you then were like, wait a minute. Besides all this twin flame crap, I have got this core wound because of X, Y, and Z. And if I don't sort that out, my twin flame is never going to be able to mirror me in a healthy way. Because if I'm in denial about that, they'll keep being in denial. Well, that's deep, guy. That's why I like doing the Gemini moon one, because I'm in the more detective Scorpio mode. Right, so that's in the subconscious of the feminine, right? Let's get one. Two cards have come out. Connection and boundaries. Both came out reversal. Love is the bridge connecting souls. Cherish those connections. Love may challenge your boundaries, protect them. Oh dear, yeah. Subconsciously, the masculine, that's why they, yeah, that's why the ghostings, it's like they didn't want this connection to get any deeper. And they basically, if this is you, you protected your boundaries too much. And it is that kind of tying in with the stuff from earlier. Played it far too cool for school. It's not even too cool for school. It's actually could have come across competitive and quite nasty. Um, Cold, aloof. You're just another person. Um, but I feel it's tying back to one from earlier. That wasn't that it was a subconscious fear. That's sorry, that I'm getting so deep into this because that's so fascinating how actually with whatever I've said about I'm gonna have to watch this back when I do, but that kind of fits. The feminine, but remember when although I'm saying feminine, that's also the masculine's feminine side, and that's also the feminine's masculine side. So it's like the feminine hasn't wanted to get deeper with anyone because you didn't want to be in a toxic relationship. So you must have experienced that before or seen things like that. You're like, I don't want to be in that. And so the masculine is mirrored you in that way, but also the masculine has been in denial about the depth of this connection. And the time is 555, big changes. And yeah, not only put up boundaries, but like I said, it feels like it has been cruel boundaries. It's been ghosting, it's been like detached, it's been, yeah. Now let's see what the conscious mind says though, because remember that's subconsciously, so it's like people operating not really even understanding why they're doing it. But I'm here for this. What the feminine knows consciously is I am not settling for less than what I deserve in love. Settling. But the good news is, if the feminine consciously knows that because they're in their empowerment, the masculine eventually, if they've not already, reaches that point too. I'm not settling for the crumbs card, for less than what I deserve. And at that point, if you're true twin flames, as all the fireworks are going off on that song, oh my god, it's them. Who did I feel fireworks with? Also, the song's called Flammable. That's quite funny. My twin flame. But I have viewed it all very skewed, very warped differently because of my stuff. I want to close the distance. I want to close the separation. Long distance in reverse. That free and counting. That's the third card that also came up in a client session recently. Ship to wreck. Florence the Machine's just come on. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't know what the words are to that, but it could be relevant. Yeah, I don't know the words. Love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. But what this masculine also consciously knows is I can feel two things. I can feel my block at my throat. I can feel when I say mine, it's all the people that feel like this. I can feel fear, worry, anxiety, a whole load of stuff I'd rather not be feeling in my body right now. But that's what I'm feeling about. Oh my God, I've allowed this separation to be too long. I've left them in the dark too long. Is it too late? How are they ever going to believe me that I feel this way? But the future's in my hands, and if I don't do anything about it, then it's on me. And what else was I getting there? But this, yeah, that's it. But at the same time, I was also feeling doesn't matter how long it's been, the connection never goes away. So not, I don't mean in an arrogant way. And look, there's wedding. Like we're always in union. I've been spiritually. This is interesting. It's like the masculine is consciously realizing that I have been spiritually married to this person a long time. Like when I actually think back, like I've always felt like they're my queen, they're my empress. Taking your relationship to the next level one step at a time. So obviously, if you've not seen this person in years, taking the relationship to the next level would be, well, never mind union, being in reunion, like get coming back in each other's lives. Like, can we get reacquainted? Can you trust me as a friend? I don't want to be your friend. I want to be your lover. I want to be your friend and your lover. And actually, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But it's kind of like, I want to grow old with you. I'll bring you medicine with it. That's it. Actually, that's quite funny because that's from the Wedding Singer. Um, but do you know what I mean? Like that is the kind of energy that's given. But is this an illusion? Am I kidding myself on again? Like when I come forward to you, are you going to tell me to fuck right off because I've taken so long and I've left you in the dark and I've left you confused and in an illusion? I was confused. Sorry for laughing, but it's quite funny. I'm channeling it. Beware of love's illusion, see reality clearly. So this is quite an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's like this is all consciously this masculine group of people, men and women, are like, this is, I'm sorry, I'm laughing too, because I'm just thinking one of my last sessions, the person did say, like, I'm not like, it's anonymous, but they'll know it's same. But it's kind of like, it was something along the lines of like, fuck knows, like basically fuck knows who the twin flame is. Do you know what I mean? But this is a situation. That's what masculine male and females do feel like a lot of the time. It's not as crystal clear as to the feminine. Or it's other ones where it's like, oh no, they definitely know that this is something, but it's like can't really get their head around it. And Still Into You just came on Paramore, Still Into You, and also it came out in 2012. So again, it links back to the Neptune and Pisces confusion illusion. As I'm holding illusions, all connects. The way he loves illusion, see reality clearly. Yeah. So to move on from this bit, the conscious awareness of the masculine is I've made the mistake of believing this was love before or something worthwhile, worth investing in, and it turned out to be an illusion. And also, in some cases, could turn out to be cheaters and whatever, blah blah blah, with that Justin song. Um, am I seeing it clearly this time? But they know that they are because they got crystal clear visions. And also, if you're new to this channel, you have found crystal clear visions. um, is it making it clear enough? And maybe your time of heartbreak is over. Heartbreak is a part of the human experience that will pass, but heartbreak was in reverse. That's so this masculine's coming out of some kind of heartbreak. I feel this is somebody, this is very deep, but I feel this is a masculine consciously realizing a lot of deep shit. But at the same time, worried because it's like, oh my God, am I realizing this all far too late? Look, I let this beautiful person and soul go. Today you are, oh my God, that is now the fourth card that was in a client reading. I've got hundreds of thousands of cards, guys. Um, Today you're a curator of beauty. You're blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that all is well in the world. But it's the way it came out. Right, I wouldn't usually use these cards at this bit. What's the next bit? See how much better it is when I add the sub. I don't know why I forgot about the subconscious and the conscious bit. I've just put it into my wee and but that's I feel personally that's made that better. Right, so that's part of the message. So I feel that's made that better. Like someone, this is somebody that's like there was something wasn't connecting, and someone's connected the dots. Welcome, Chris. What are you saying? Great, thank you to. Um, Right, so what are the karmic lessons that the feminine's learning right now then, and what's needing to be released? Again, interesting deck for me to use for this bit, but we'll see what comes up. Never normally lets me down. Share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. So I feel what you're learning right now, I feel there's a frustration in the feminine collective right now that I'm picking up on. That it's like I want to share my dreams with my masculine. I want to encourage him, her, whatever you are, you know, I want to make the dreams, the vision, I want to make this a reality, but where are they? That's what I feel you're having to face. From Hampshire here, UK, hopefully some great news. Oh, lovely. Welcome. Are you on the twin flame journey? And but look, romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. I want to explore these feelings that I've had a very long time. But where are they? That's what I'm getting. 11:11, divine time. I've waited on divine timing. I've been patient. My patience is wearing thin. 11:11, an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes harmony and balance of soul counterparts. What are we on now? Number four, number five, fifth card that also came up in a recent client reading. Right, so that's enough for the feminine. The feminine's like, it's fitting. Like look, whoever this is connecting with, it is fitting the way I'm channeling it because it's like because I was nearly going to put something. Actually, that's funny. 11:11. I was nearly going to put something about the 11th hour. So I might. I don't tend to change these too much because it is what it's meant to be. But someone's popping up in the 11th hour, and I did say that in the one earlier, right? It's like it's really cutting it very close, very fine. Um, But again, it's annoying, but that is how it works. You know, when you truly do let something go, it often does pop back up again, whether it's love or anything. That's how you manifest. I was telling the girls in the, sometimes we've got guys there, but it's just girls. I was telling them in the membership because someone's card was about manifesting. Literally just yesterday, I was like, I really want a red bread bin, right? But it's not priority, but up there with needs and stuff. And also, I saw the one I wanted, and then I saw another one I really wanted, and you know what I mean. I just kept kind of putting it off. And my mum literally saw a red bread bin in a charity shop, like less than half an hour after she'd been with me. And you know, she didn't, you know, she didn't get it away. She was "Is like, is this something you would want?" And I was like, "What the fuck is it?" Because it looks like a toolbox. But and then I was like, "Oh," and it is literally a bread bin, right? And it's red. Is what I wanted. And I was like, if I don't use it as that, I'll definitely use it for something to tidy up the crap in the kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Um, but it's I spoke it into existence. I had been randomly saying that, so and then so I'm talking about a bread bin, but this could be something way more serious. It's like be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. And I feel in the case of this, it's like I feel you've been pouring all your energy and love, wishes, prayers, intentions. And again, I'm not talking to people that have been on this journey a wee while. With the dates that I was getting pulled to, and talking back to the start of Neptune and Pisces and everything, it's like do you know what I said this once before, and they're guiding me to say that again. Now I've said this whenever it comes up. Before I truly understand that, obviously this is obviously a long, long time ago. Before I truly understood the twin flame journey, I was like, why am I being guided to like do vision boards and like writing stuff down and visualizing and like, why the fuck is it like so much harder for me to manifest the love that I want and deserve and desire in my life than what it seems like anyone else is? Like, because I'm so good at teaching people, I'm like, why is this so hard? And then, of course, obviously, I connected all the dots and I've been doing this expertise area of twin flame land for quite some time, and 11 years to be exact with the public, and a lot longer than that. Like I said, it's over 20 years I've been conscious of being on the journey, and then 16 years this year I always say is when I consciously kind of knew what I was doing. But it's a long fucking time, a lot longer than many other people, and it's not a competition. But I'm just sort of saying, and there are people watching me, it's maybe been a longer time, but Yeah, I remember the frustration that I felt with it, and I was like, "This is it's almost pointless. I just feel like there's no fucking point in doing this." And then I was more enlightened to the fact that like this is spiritual warfare. It shouldn't actually be that hard. If you're not on the twin flame journey, you wouldn't have that. Like you would. I've read books on that before. It's like, and this is the thing. I know that this will be part of my book, like what I'm saying right now. Like I've read books where it's like, put it on your vision board. A few years later, it's happening. You're living it, blah blah blah, and it's it's not been like that for me. But what I will say is things I have put on my vision board, but we're more talking like 10 years ago. Actually, I'm in it. Like I remember putting stuff on my vision board, like what I'm doing right now. I'm doing it. So it reminds me. There was a quote I saw the other day. I nearly posted. I think I tried to actually, and it didn't post on the thing, but it was like, be grateful for the things that you've got now because you prayed for them like a while ago and now you're in them and maybe you're not realizing it. And I feel I wonder if your prayers and affirmations I wonder if that card's going to come out about manifesting each other. Because the masculine did say, I've been manifesting you. But I feel that's what it is. It's like the feminine has been putting all of that in and like, for so many years. And then I feel because again, this is everything that I've done. And then it's like, then I just was like, because I taught new moon and full moon workshops for years and then people loved them. That's what some of the reviews are about. I sometimes wonder whether to go back to stuff like that, I do it in a new and improved way, but people did like it. But anyway, the point is, and then I stopped and I wasn't writing new moon lists anymore, not every month. I wasn't writing my after me. I was like, there's no point. Fuck this. I'm not doing this. And it's not giving up. It's just like, and acceptance and just, yeah, I'm bored. I was bored of it as well, like, because it was a good income as well doing that. But I just got bored of it. And when I get bored of something, I have to move on. I've Venus in Aries. I'm like, this is boring. Do you know what I mean? It's like this. Like when I watch this, what are we on? We're on Gemini. By the time I get to Libra, I'm so fucking done with this. Like I'm like, oh my god, and I have to have a month break. But what I'll do is, I will do I'll do another theme, and I've been wanting to do a theme. Well, I've been wanting to do something particular for quite a while, and I think it might be that. But um, what I feel they're saying is because the feminine stopped doing that as much or at all, now whoever your true divine masculine is, they're manifesting you. So whatever it is they'll be doing, and it won't be exactly in the same way, but something will be happening like that. Realizations, or even if it's just God praying like for another chance, or I get it now, I haven't got like all that kind of stuff. Um Connection. My God, that's nuts. Remember, connection came out in reverse. This person was in denial of the connection or trying to, I do know what this is, but I'm just going to pretend I don't. Your connection is eternal and breakable, but consciously, I can't, I can't do that anymore. I know what this is. And actually, and that's what I mean. Like, I did feel the energy of someone is simultaneously at the same time, like, what if it has been too long? What if they don't forgive me? What if they don't understand? But then being like, I feel we've lived many lives together. I feel we've got through a lot worse than this. And I feel we can get through this. But what if I'm what if I'm Delulu? What if it's an illusion? What if they don't feel the same? What if they're not open? Because openness came out in the verse. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationships. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Oh my God, I'm geeking out on this. Someone wants to return the love they held back from you before it's too late because they now know that their heart is safe with you. Do you know what's quite nuts? The song that's on the telly or that's on right now is how does that go again? And I wondered if I ever cross your mind. It's a quarter past 2 or 3 or 4, and I need you now. You know the one I mean. It's got Hilary Scott, but it's not got the name. I think it's just called I Need You Now. I said I wouldn't call, but I need you now. And I don't know. No, no. Basically, it's the man and the woman, and they're both like thinking, I just need you now. But the other one's wondering if the other one's feeling the same. So yeah, that basically is. That's totally it. The person, someone poured all their love and energy and prayers and man, whatever all the fuck you want to say. You just kept putting. And again, I must stress when I talk about stuff like this, I'm very, very clear about this because I clear black magic, spell work, all that kind of stuff. That's why I'm, again, no offense to anybody that uses words like witch and spells and all of that. I know that some people consider themselves a white witch and you might do spells or these other fucking things, like whatever, all the different words, like, but I'm not into any of these words. I'm not, basically, I don't like the word witch and I don't, for me personally, for what I do, and I don't like spells because I feel a lot of that can be very modern and it's like manipulation, black magic, tricking somebody into something, like a connection, or these horrible ones where toxic women, trap people with families and all that kind of shit. That come up quite a lot recently, but it comes up all the time. And yeah. So what I'm meaning is, it's like, if ever you are doing stuff like that, prayers, intentions, it's you all. I always explain this in my workshops, and that you're always setting intention. This is what I want, and this will, if it's stuff to do with love, this will only come about if who I want wants me to. And so, but this is where, when it's twin flames, that doesn't work quite the same as if you're not a twin flame, I really believe, because unless you're actually working actively on your own blocks and coming into denial where you are, they're going to keep mirroring where you're in denial. Like, honestly, again, speaking from personal experience too, like I know where I was in denial about some things in my life, some people in my life. If you were literally keeping anyone around you in any areas of life that were devaluing you, not appreciating you, treating you like crap, and you allowed it for years on end, hello, guess what the twin flame's going to do? And it's not always like you could do that with a friend or a family member. They could do that with a lover. You could do that for 3 years. They could do it for 3 years with a different type. You know what I'm saying? That's what I've noticed. That's what can happen. And still, until the feminine, you. That's why it's like I'll stand by that till the day I die. That basically, as the feminine, you're the energetic leader, and it is very challenging. Like, you have to put up boundaries with everyone in your life, like, because we need boundaries with everyone in life. Oh, now they're smiling and they're meeting up at the party. Everyone's wearing masks in this video. That's quite interesting too. But oh, wait a minute. It's not the same guy. What's that all about? Well, that's confusing. Oh, I don't know what's going on there. You can watch that yourself. Who's that guy that she's... Why is it two different guys? I don't know. I have no idea. Someone can investigate if they want, but I don't know what's going on there. It looked like one guy and then it looked like a different guy. Pink So Watch just came on as well. I don't know. I can't remember how that goes. Anyway, the point being, you have put all these intentions and prayers and you've been putting it all out there with good faith. And, as well, unconditional love isn't, oh, they have to do all of this stuff. And then, it's like you love this person unconditionally, whatever it is they're up to in their life, whether you know what they are or you're not, you just want them to be safe and happy. You would rather they were with you, but you accept if they're choosing not to be with you. That's true love. That's unconditional love. And because you've done that with good intentions, and also if any other true mediums or healers or channelers or anyone was to pick up on you to your twin flame with integrity, they would be able to relay that information to them. But watch out again for the dark high priestess, the black magic, even actually good mediums and healers, but they're not twin flames, so they read twin flames wrong. That's a big head fuck. But yeah, you know what I mean? But if somebody does go to somebody that is genuine, they know what they're talking about. Again, I'm going to give credit to myself there and to my other fellow people on the twin flame journey that help people that are the real deal, they would be able to say, yeah, this person loves the fuck out of you. Like they literally pray for you every day. They just want you to be happy. They would hear you out. They've loved you for a long time. They've just accepted you for who you are. Um, this other person is a fucking nightmare. What are you doing? Well, I'm not joking. That is what I pick up. That's what I picked up on today. So I don't think that's a joke. But it's like you've been settling for less. You've been settling for breadcrumbs. And the masculine's like, yeah, I know. I'm getting that myself. That's amazing how that card just jumped out. Enlightened. Enlightenment. With enlightenment, there's no separation. We recognize that we're one with the divine. This is a group of masculines that are like, oh my God, I get it. I have been enlightened. I have awakened. Is it too late? Or will they be open to me coming in flirting? Will they feel like I was worth the wait? Like I was worth all the prayers and intentions and sleepless nights and crying into my pillow and pain and transmuting the pain into power, alchemy. Notice I'm coming from my eighth house. Um, will they feel like I was worth it? There could be something about a cousin because my cousin is currently calling me. Wait a minute. What I'll do is I will. But see, so again, that was my cousin. So there could have been something about a supportive cousin, or equally, it could go the other way. There could have been a unsupportive cousin, and specifically cousin, because that's my cousin. Um, and and also the song Gossip's on right now, and the shadow side of Gemini Moon is gossips. The shadow side is Gemini full stop. Um, but yeah, so divine timing is at work in your oh, and also that's interesting, especially if it's the not so good kind, because look how intensely I was in that channeling. And I mean it's I love my cousin and she's very supportive of everything I do. But it interrupted, didn't it? So if it's not cousin, I suppose it could be a friend or another family member or anything like that. But I mean, the first thing I thought was, oh, it's my cousin. So do you know what I mean? It's yeah. So worth waiting for divine times at work in your love life. Extend your light-hearted energy to others. Flirt. So right, okay, right. That's all in the masculine side too. So um no, so I'm just realizing that's actually in real time. That's me. That's hopefully the mic's on again. That's me. Just need to check. No, I'm just realizing that was in line with me saying speak it into existence. Like I'd said to my cousin last year, like even just during Christmas or something, that I really, really want to come and visit you. And then my other cousin that lives not that far away, and then just my family in general, like down in England and stuff. And but I was half kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that happen, like money wise and stuff. And then, but I kept saying it, and then even just more recently, I'm like, no, I need to do that. And then it was really interesting. Something else that, like, basically things have been shifted about. Like I needed money for something else that then like I don't need that until later on in the year. So then that money could go. So do you know what I mean? So it's like I've spoke that into existence, and then that's my cousin calling to see when it can actually be. So you know what I mean? It's I love how they've done that because and remember Gemini is talking, communication. It is calls, text. You know what I mean? And I've had a lot of that. I've had the door go several times today, although it was for me some of the time, and it wasn't other times. But it's all interruptions. It doesn't matter who's interrupting. But just notice everything that happens because I do feel this will have way more meaning to some than others. So again, religious factors, playfulness. It came out reversed. This is my twin flame card. The masculine in this journey felt the deep connection, but they were deeply terrified, is what I'm hearing of it as well. And I feel it was not helped by some people around them that like had their input as well that wasn't helpful. When really it was a very playful, innocent connection. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And it's reminding me of teenage dream. So it's like I feel you knew this person when you were younger, but I also feel like that's how you make this person feel. Like, you know, you make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream, you know. And also the song Gossip is just ending when I'm saying that. Yeah, there's a lot of gossip around this connection. I'm going to use that. If I remember, I'm going to do the Mary Magdalene card where it's like about jealous gossip people. Oh, there's that card again. So that makes sense that it's the one where the guy's looking back. I just want you to be happy, even if it's not with me. That's interesting that I said that because, like I said, if that's genuine, that's how I feel. If you truly do unconditionally love this person, let them go. If that's what they believe is making them happy right now, all you can do is, you know, that's what they believe is making them happy. You can't control people. Let them go, right? But on the twin flame journey, because it's no different from the kingdom spouse journey, other people will tell you different. You pray for them. You keep praying for them to see the truth of the gossips, the liars, the manipulation, whoever it is in their life, the karmic people. You keep doing, and that's what I said. If you've been doing all that, if you're really on this journey and you've been doing that with integrity, hopefully at some point, you know, the masculines do wake up. They go and find people like myself, other people, whether it's general readings, be careful with that because, you know, it's not always yours and it's anyway. And even be careful with personal, but you know what I mean? If you've been doing all of that, the truth, integrity always wins. God is always watching. And the people that have been lying, gossiping, slandering, making shit up, keeping the masculine in a place of denial, not feeling good about themselves, not feeling like they're worthy of you, this connection, your love, all the different bits and bobs that are going to be relevant. Those are the people that are going to have to answer at karma. I just want you to be happy, even if it's not with me. But this is a guy where I always say I don't believe him because he's looking back at her. There's another guy coming down the path. I feel that's talking about this person's worried. I don't really want that to happen. And that's where you got to be careful when you look. I just picked up potion. I don't like this deck because it's got words like that. And that's so weird that I went into that big chat. Mix your desires with action for real results. I like those words, and that's so weird with what I've just explained. With that, this is cool the way they're doing this. Even the fact that I get a call, like I don't. If you're new, it's I don't very often stop to. If it was, you know, if it was an emergency, and I did feel because I forgot I texted her earlier. I forgot she said that. I just totally forgot. And also, it'll be funny. My friend won't call, but she will text. But she might know actually if she's forgot. But yeah, potion again, I do think that's a wee sign that it's like I feel there's black magic from karmic people. That's what I feel. And remember, black magic, manipulation, spell work from karmic people could be karmic people that lie about. I actually saw something like that earlier. Again, I keep it anonymous when asking it because it's like it keeps it classy, you know, depending on what I'm saying, and also it's to protect other nice spaces from karmic energies. But I did see something that could fit with this too because I'd already channeled mine, and then I noticed it was right as I was doing that there was someone. I don't always watch that person, but she is good and picks up on the dark side, and it's like that person was channeling something the exact same time as me because on my YouTube timeline it's me and her and we were both doing it at the same time. We're picking up the same thing, except her take on it was bit darker than mine, but it's what I've picked up on before. And it was basically someone's lied to keep somebody back. You're worthy of love, no proof is needed. Look at what I just said. This is passionate. I think I might actually use that deck. And then if I'm meant to pull it, because again, if I'm meant to pull out the same message, I'll pull out the same message. But you're worthy, no proof is needed. That's what I'm getting really passionate about, this, but I can feel it. I can feel quite angry as well. It's like this masculine is actually realizing as well. These people wanted to keep me feeling shit about myself. Like I'm not good enough to have a real relationship. Like I'm not grown enough to have a relationship like that where somebody can have my back and I'll have theirs, and we're not going to fuck each other over. Just because like that person in my life relationships like that doesn't mean the one I'm going to be in is like that. If I don't want it to be, it will be if I don't put any effort and I treat people like no. Well, actually, it wouldn't be because the feminine wouldn't allow it if you're the true twin flame and you're that empowered and you've done the work. But it's you know what I mean. You're worthy of love. No proof is needed. That is the message to the masculine. You're good enough now. As long as you're putting in the effort and you are trying to heal, you're good enough now. You don't need to be perfect. What's not good enough is when people are just doing whatever the fuck they want and then still thinking they come in your life and breadcrumb you or not treat you right or keep you hanging around for when they are ready, when they decide they want to do something about it. You know, that's not good enough. But even those people can change in that too. But it's like that's where you got to make a personal choice. Are you willing to do that? But it gets all very complicated when we're dealing with subconscious and the conscious. And again, I leaned upon that example in the shorts this week, but they're making me do it again, like Peter in the at the end of Three Men and a Little Lady. You know, he specifically says, "I've loved her for 5 years, but I was, I've not realised it. I was in denial." Um, but I feel in the cases of these, I feel it's a lot longer than 5 years. If you look at the dates I was calling out, like I feel this is a lot longer than 5 years. And someone could have been in denial for all that time. But it makes you wonder who's the people around them that would have been able to see crystal clearly what the deal was. Karmic. Look at what I just said. I'm not even using that deck. By the way, it feels like the Leo full moon already because this is dramatic the way I'm channeling this in my Leo midheaven. But look, I'm using that deck. Why the fuck did that one pop out when I just said it makes me wonder who the people are around them? Karmic. They just answered the question. So whoever it is that you were thinking divine masculines that keeps you in that energy, they're karmic. Notice the karmic lessons in this situations. Love is in the air when Cupid's around. I feel the message is this masculine, when they get to this point, they are no longer letting whoever it is in their life hold them back from what they want. But I feel they did for a very long time. I feel they allowed other people to get in their head. Oh, there's something else coming through there too. I do feel there's people helping this person too, because I just picked up help in hand. Need others to assist with services, increase productivity. No one can handle it all. So maybe this is somebody that found it difficult to ask for help. And I feel they've went the wrong people for help. And then now they've went the right people for help. What do the masculines need here from the feminine? Oh dear, there's a mum involved as well. So mum says hang up. Kissing you every day will feel like a dream come true. Well, you would if you'd been praying and setting intentions for a long fucking time and then it happens. I said that before. Is this real? It was like again, like you said, I had a really like it was a really maybe at some point I'll tell that story, but I don't know when. But I suppose it depends on the way everything happens. But it was just like a really lovely dream that I didn't want to wake up from, and it was all there wasn't anything bad about it, and I don't have dreams like that very often. Oh my god, what a strange synchronicity of the telly right now. Um, oh god, I'm so proud that you're my divine masculine. But yeah, like so for everyone else, I feel that it's basically it's like I feel if you're the feminine, you could be having dreams and visions that are trying to tell you something that this person does care, or that they've got plans to be with you at some point or something. And that they're nervous. Oh my God. There's energies that try to hold us back from one another. Some are closer than what you think. That all fits together. Some very close people. Mum's on the bottom again. Family, anyways, coming through very strongly. I love and accept you just as you are. Yeah, this is, I don't like this. I'm putting this down. This is fucking me off. It feels like family. It feels like the karmic people are quite a lot of family. But mixed in with the, oh, that's interesting. It just, what's it doing? It cut off. Is it still working? Am I still live? Yeah, I'm still live. It just cut off and then it's come back on. It's like in amongst the people that are sabotaging, because it does, that's what it feels like. It feels like there was family sabotaging this or this masculine. Um, it feels like there might also be like another family member that's supporting because of my cousin Colin. But just bear in mind, like, this can all who's what in the equation. No, only you're gonna know if it's yours. Right. Labyrinth, exactly. It's confusing. Right, okay. Moving on because I did say I was gonna when did she call? Because she said she was gonna be yeah. Right. Right, shadow work. Oh, I feel that's already come out, but shadow work. Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. Your conscious is expanding, you understand the connection between all things. I pulled that in the membership several times, yeah. The masculine has been releasing karma, and you now see things that you couldn't see before. You can't unsee it. Feminine, you're in goddess Isis energy. That's funny because I normally do the feminine and the masculine. They were like, no, that's the masculine's cards, right? And like I've said before, that actually reminds me of me. But like, and that reminds me of me actually. I mean, they're not twin flames, but it's like power couple if it was though. But it's kind of like that your dreams and visions and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Like I feel you oh my God, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Fuck, I wondered why I'm going. Again, I'm telling you, this is people like myself that you have been putting this out there for a long fucking time that you wanted this for this person to the point where you've like given up. But that's quite good because when you give up, that's when it let things happen. When things fall off your vision board, that's when that's they're telling you it's about to happen. And that's been happening to me the last few months. Um, stay focused. Don't quit right before the miracle, but do let go. There's lots of contradictions and then illusions are being released. Of course they are, because we're in Neptune and Aries now. It's a new paradigm. We're in new earth frequencies even more than ever. We're not in the illusion of Neptune and Pisces. There is a beginning with every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. Beginning Aries, ending Pisces. But Saturn is still in the end of Pisces, but not for long. Valentine's is when it all changes, um, which is even quite interesting in itself. Um, right, right. So, what's some possible soul retrievals that people could get in a session with me? I'm just going to hurry this bit up now. So, I would advise you to watch the one from earlier if this resonated. It feels like this connects for some people. Um, in a session, that's interesting because that energy could be connected with um excuse me, our pin there, clearing energy. Is it the full moon? Or is it something? Yeah, this energy is about. I'm just trying to connect what it would be. Would it be with the full moon or would it be? I don't know, but I've felt this energy around. Saint Brigid, Our Lady of Exalted Light, I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Parvati, Goddess of Devotion, I am love that doesn't leave. When I commit to love, my soul evolves. I mean, hello. Wow, with everything I was saying there. Committed to love, committed to your soul evolving. Therefore, you don't fall off the twin flame path because somebody says, "Oh, twin flames aren't real." Oh, right, okay. I'll just, oh my God, I don't believe it anymore because somebody said, "Do you know what I mean?" You know your own experience, you know your own reality. You should never be allowing somebody else to tell you what's real and what isn't. That's what discernment is. Sorry, I clicked off the thing. Right, what's that? So that's what somebody get help in a session, but it's still part of the message. And someone else needs the poetess. I love with every inch of my body, and I love the women in my life fiercely. Again, wow, I love this card. I've always thought, I don't know, I just always love that one. Full moon in Leo, full moon behind her head. Full moon in Leo is Sunday, but the energy is gathering from tomorrow, really. So that's why these messages are getting intense. But it's like, I love the women in my life fiercely. That's why I've been channeling messages today, literally just today, but all the time about some of my biggest bugbears are messages about shady frenemies, even women that you don't know that are snaky, just sneaky women and snaky guy pal. Yeah. It just makes my skin crawl. I just think, yeah, I just hate it all. I'm just kind of like, I don't like the word hate, but I do. I just think, what is the need? Like, what goes through people's heads like that? Would you want that done to you? Well, no, well, don't fucking do it to other people then. It's really quite simple. But unfortunately, people act like that because they've had toxic karmic folk around them that fuck them over. So watch all the other ones I've been channeling about. It fits with this. Right, one more. Hope Joan, the pontiff of possibilities. Possibilities are limitless because my soul is limitless. So don't give up. Diana, oh, that's one of my guides. Queen of the wilderness, the language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue. Ultimately, another full moon behind her head. She's got the arrows because she's about focused intention. That's why she's one of my guides. There was another card like that, wasn't it? But basically, you've had a very powerful, focused intention manifesting what it is you want, bringing about this connection. Whoever your masculine is, whoever's connecting with this, they're on the same page by the time they get to this point. They might be there now. Let's see if the jealousy card comes out of this one. It's giving Mary Magdalene and Jesus. It is giving what came out in the membership for someone when I was doing their beautiful message. And actually, that message for that person, sadly, her twin flame is in the spirit world. So it was even more poignant. And on the card I read, it said, Jesus and Mary Magdalene's love was so strong that it could even exist beyond death. And how poignant was that with that being the situation? So, but in this case, it would be through the separation. So it doesn't matter if you haven't seen each other for years, the love can't die. And that's what drives karmic people nuts. Whoever they are, romantic, family, friends, frenemies, keep trying. The love isn't going to die. Even if you did manage to successfully keep twin flames apart until the day you both die, pretty sad and miserable, but they're still going to love that person. Right, what's going to happen in the future with these connections? Mary with the alabaster jar, ask questions. That's what Gemini's about. The masculine's asking questions. By the way, and got a clear vision. Guys, I'm not being funny, but I'm wearing red. I'm crystal clear visions, and that says clear vision. I could have worn any colour today. That's why I think they wanted me to wear this too. I think you've been painted as the Scarlet. You've been painted as the. You've been painted as the ho ho ho, if you know what I'm saying. But I think everything's been crystal clearly. Someone's asking the right questions and getting the right answers. This could be asking the right questions to the right psychics and healers and stuff, or to God. You'd be better just going to God, you know what I mean? Connecting with God. But yeah, clear vision. That's coming through in this. Clear vision, crystal clear vision, boom, 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 boom. Let's see what that says. 32. Be discerning. I should have said that. I was hearing that in my head at one of these points about be discerning, but I mean, it's coming through the whole thing. Be discerning. Use your innate psychic ability to help you to understand the people and situations in your life. Don't be afraid to walk away from what doesn't serve you now. Cherish those with whom you resonate. OMG. Clairvoyance, clairaudience, and other forms of telepathy often emerge at an early age. Mary Magdalene was aware of her future husband's existence. I can't even. This is what I mean by everything I do is channeling. If you cannot see, and I'm sure a lot of people can, but if you cannot see the weirdness of the way I was channeling in a modern way with my own, a lot of my own personal experience, which I do a lot of the time, and the fact that this is talking about Mary Magdalene was aware of her future husband's existence, like the union, the spiritual marriage, how connected you are. Because you've been connected in past lives. Like, so the theory would be, like, I believe I was doing that, like fucking manifesting that hard about me and such, blah, 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 blah. Oh my God, there's Diana in that deck. That's a different deck. Right as I'm saying that, because that's about intentions. And that's what I teach people. That's what I'm all about, intention. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. Like, I didn't know that exactly when I started. I just knew that I was called to do that, and I kept doing it. And then I got fucking fed up of doing it, if I'm honest. And it's just, you know, my work evolved and I was helping other people and all that kind of stuff. But all that energy that I was putting in that for all that time, be careful what you wish for. So if I suddenly change my mind about him, well, fucking, you know, be careful what you wish for, because it might fucking spring back with a vengeance. But hopefully in a good way, because it turns out I do still want that person. But interesting. She would marry Jeshua, be a part of his inner mystery school, take the profound knowledge and techniques of psychic healing she learned from him, teach his children, bring the bloodline of King David to other shores. Her ancestral line would flow through the monarchs of Europe until deliberately scattered by the Inquisition. We also got wedding. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot about wedding, union, husband, blah, blah, blah. Beware of the influence of others. They may have agendas of their own. It's quite good that no one's here like talking to me in that, because this is quite deep. Look at everything that happened. Look at everything that I channeled. Also, this says ask questions, and the other cards say, look, they may have agendas of their own. Only you can determine your destiny. Ask the question. The other card says ask questions. Your higher self will provide the answer in a form you will recognize. Perhaps it will be an oracle reading like this one. This is the answer to some of these questions. I'm telling you, I can feel it with every fiber of my being. Some of the divine masculines, male and female, asked something, and this is their answer about who's doing this, who's sabotaging, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, something like that. I can feel it. Perhaps it will be an oracle reading or through visions or recurring symbols. You will know. Just like my dream told me what I needed to know against all the spiritual warfare. And I'll find out what, write your story. I mentioned something about writing a book in this, I'm sure. And also Gemini is creative writing and stuff like that. But it's like, I know that that dream I had the other week there was nice for a reason. And maybe I'll find out what that's all about. I don't think maybe, I definitely will. Right. Are we going to get union? I just saw children, so there's definitely children involved here. Open or inner child healing. This person's open to the connection that they weren't before. Someone wants to return the love they held back to before it's too late, because they're now open to the connection. They get it, it's unbreakable. And children are affecting your love life. So this person had other responsibilities, or they were healing their child, or both. It's time to take back control of your life. But again, like I say, yeah, engagement. Oh my God. I mean, does that surprise us? This can be literal, or this can just be the sense of you are going to be in union. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. But we got Mary Magdalene, Jesus, in the membership. That is about ascension. I got so many cards about ascension for the members. The messages are always stronger in there. It's just a fact. Yeah, your connection. I don't want to say relationship. Your connection is, well, it doesn't even say that. Your connection is ascending to a higher level of commitment from whatever it's been. And Mary Magdalene and Jesus are very close around the unions. It was all part of your learning, the karmic lessons, the obstacles. But look, what I always say about this card is how beautiful is that? It says obstacles, but I was just home in on that little picture that's really lovely. The sun is setting, the happy couple. Look for the ways around the obstacles to find happiness. The obstacles have been the commitments elsewhere, the distractions, the karmic sabotage from people very close to home, the spiritual warfare. And X's. Release your X. The time has come to clear your energy. And this isn't just for the masculine, this is the feminine too. It doesn't matter how long ago you had an X, even if you've just had one or a couple, there's been hexes put on you. The two of you have had hexes put on from the people of the past. It's been a lot. And remember, that came out for today. That's weird. And it came out in a personal session. Let go of control issues. Well, actually, if truth be told, I pulled that out in the collective, and then somebody let me know a synchronicity where like someone was literally releasing an X. Like, I'm not even shitting you. Like on the like today. So you'll know if that's you, but that might be more than that person. I feel a lot of the masculine, male and females, because I was a female one, they are releasing someone from the past. Doesn't always need to be really dark in that. It's just that it's not working and it's, see you later. Thanks for the lessons. Let go, control it, allow it to unfold naturally. So let those people finish the way they're meant to. That's part of the twin flame journey. You'll be rejoicing soon enough if this was yours. Embrace your loving connection, rejoice. There are some friends helping this group of people, masculine, to drop the mask and to cherish this relationship before they lose it and to express their feelings. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture and your passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Like, let yourself be happy. Tell this person how you feel. We'll support you either way. And Gemini is about the feelings. I feel I need to end it on one of these. That was really intense. Okay, so again, it's not everyone's. That was juicy. I'm now overheating. I need to go and eat my wraps. I do not want to take that treat. Oh, oh my God, I need to phone my cousin too before I forget. And I will update you on. Now I'm actually starting to panic. I don't want to tidy up. Anyway, I'm procrastinating. Right, what is this? Maybe this masculine's procrastinating and panicking. Although I'm talking about I'm meeting my friend tomorrow, and if I am, and she coming here in this mess. I could actually, do you know what? I've just realized they're showing you real time. I could actually just take the initiative, call my cousin back, but I could text my friend and be like, are you still wanting to meet tomorrow? And then I panic when she's like, yeah, I'll see you. Fuck. Right. What does the masculine want to say to finish this out? If you'd like to book a session, you see me. You know where I am. You see me, you see the real me. That's where I struggle sometimes to look you in the eyes. You see right in my soul, and that makes me vulnerable. But where I think this person was terrified of that before, now they're craving it because they don't get that from anyone else. People don't see them. They might see their eyes and find them sexy and, be seduced by them and all of that, but the other people don't see the soul. They don't, it's not satiating this person. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. The distance between us kills me. I don't know how to handle my emotions. I've been working on myself and I'm dreaming. Oh, when I mention my dream, I dream about holding you close. It feels safe and warm in your arms, and I never want the dream to end. This needs to be my reality. Speak into existence, people. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to our future. I just need to let the past go first. Please wait for me. I'm going to start crying. That is mind-blowing to me because I literally just said, let this person finish what they need to finish. And that, like I said, that is a weird synchronicity. Well, it's not weird. It's definitely what someone that had got my support recently is. You know what I mean? And it can be sad. You know, whatever's went on, whatever's. It's so let people close the things out that they need to, and you'll find out in divine time. But right, I'm going to end this one here. And again, this is fully Leo moon drama. And remember, we have got the full moon on Sunday there. It's Friday tomorrow. You're going to be feeling it already. I know that I am after doing that. And yeah, if you need to book a session, it'll be available next week. And yeah, see you later. Prayers for all these situations and unions.